And the impressions of them, well coached, physical, really looks like they're finding a groove, playing really good football right now on both sides of the football, offense and defense. And really seem to be getting in sync under the quarterback, Peterman, and he's doing a really good job with the football, both throwing it and then, if things break down, creating plays with his feet and running a little bit too as well. They bring the Vortek, their backup quarterback, in and do some quarterback runs and different things with him. So it seems to be that they're finding a groove in a lot of different ways and finding ways to move the football on offense, and defensively just tough. They're rugged up front, got a big D-line. And really looks like they trust their secondary, with coverages, and they put more sometimes in the box, dedicating another safety to the box to stop the run game, and really putting a lot of weight on their corners and safeties. And so obviously they trust those kids in the system that they're in, and but they're well coached. They're where they're supposed to be, and you look at the film and you go, man, what a tough football team. What a tough team.
I want to ask about Price too, on the defensive end. I mean, he had 5 sacks last week.
Yeah.
Is he a guy you have to double, or you just kind of?
Yeah, he's a guy you better be aware of, and depending on the situations and what we're doing and how we're doing things, you better just know where he is and make sure you can find 5. He deserves it. Ultimately, you watch the film. He makes a lot of plays for them defensively. He gets after the quarterback. I think he had 5 sacks last week in that game. So you better know where he is and make sure you got a plan to neutralize him.
One of the safety, he played some offense now too.
Mm-hmm.
How difficult is that to do in today's game?
It's real difficult, but so it tells you what kind of athlete he is. And not only that, just what type of football intelligence he has to be able to play safety and then go back and play some slot receiver, running back type things. With that. So obviously he's a very talented player and brings a skill set to the game that makes him very versatile, and they can do a lot with him, playing him on both sides of the ball. And then he's able to retain the information. So he must be a smart football player and have a high football IQ. So it says a lot about that kid, yeah.
How are you guys going to celebrate Thanksgiving?
Together in a hotel getting ready to play Pittsburgh. That's what we're going to do. But you know what? You really think about it, and you think about it even when you, as a kid or as just a football fan. Usually, those are the days and those are the times you want to be playing football in. You got families are all together. They're at home. They're all in front of the TV. They're watching football, and the University of Miami has another opportunity on the day after Thanksgiving to put our brand on the national TV again and kind of go out and represent our community, our school, and our university. So what an awesome opportunity for our kids.
And Larry, what are you thankful for?
Well, I'm just thankful for the opportunity to still, be here. I'm thankful for the opportunity to be at the University of Miami. I'm thankful for the opportunity to, my family and the situation that we're all in right now. We're still fortunate through it all. We're still very fortunate to do what we do at such a great institution. So we're very fortunate and thankful for that.
I haven't really counted it up, but I think you kicked off at a different time every game, at home game. This might be the 12th different kickoff time you've had this season. Does that add any difficulty to preparation or getting
No, give us the time, we'll show up. We got to get on the plane, we got to get on the bus, and give us the time, and we'll adjust as long as we know it far enough in advance so we can move some things around and make sure the team's ready to go. But give us a time. We can, Walmart parking lot, Sears parking lot, wherever, it doesn't matter. Just give us a time and date, and the bus will pull up, and we'll get off. We'll put our pads on, and we'll go to work.
Based on that, it sounds like you don't have a preference for where you play your bowl game.
No, just fortunate enough to be in one. There's a lot of football teams that'll be sitting at home watching bowl teams play, and fortunate enough, we're not one of them.
Larry, what's the status of Rashawn Scott?
Mm-hmm.
What's been kind of going on with him lately?
Rashawn had a good day today. He's out full live, took every rep. He's ready to rock and roll. So we're looking forward to having him, and he's healthy. He's locked in. He's ready to go. So we're excited to watch him get going this weekend.
Do you expect him to have an elevator be in his normal role, because lately he hasn't?
Yeah. It all depends on the week and how he continues to progress on the field. He's healthy enough to go play, and we just got to continue to watch him and make sure he's conditioned and he's ready to go and back into the shape we need him to be in to play at a high level Saturday.
And then Standish Gohard and Harry Brady, when they're going to be available?
We're still not commenting on that, and we'll know later as we get through the week here.
Rashawn Rashawn Jenkins was wearing yellow today.
Mhm.
I think he was injured in the game,
Mhm.
intended to.
Yeah.
What's his situation?
He's just sore, just getting through it and sore, and you want to make sure you just precautionary. He was in all the drills. He didn't miss anything and was a part of everything that we did today, and it's just, just precautionary to make sure we get him all healed up and get him to Saturday.
How about Jamal Carter?
Same thing. Same thing. Was in all the drills, participated in everything, didn't miss a drill, didn't miss anything. Just being, smart with those guys and making sure we, that's part of just the whole get them back, get their bodies back right, get them feet back under them, and those things like that. Just being careful with those guys.
Anything else?
Larry, I wanted to ask you about Mark, just kind of his development this year and what you guys have seen, just his growth and improvement from day one to now.
Just mature beyond his years, as far as just his maturity level and his approach to everything. Again, he's a guy. He's studious. He studies. Has a high football intelligence. And, when you can bring a freshman in and play him in the backfield, and he's good and not only carrying the ball, but he's good with all the protections and scans and all of those different things. He's really again mature beyond his years, and his development is just starting. For him, as far as just the whole package of football, running routes and doing things out of the backfield and catching screens. Obviously, we saw him catch a screen and do what he did with it on Saturday. He's another young, talented player that the sky's the limit for him, as long as he keeps developing football intelligence and learning how to, again, push the hard work and all the effort that you have to have off the field to the talent level that he naturally has. He'll be an exceptional player.
What's the one thing you say has been his biggest stride, the biggest improvement?
I think just run reads, just seeing it different. When you come off the high school level and you come right to that hole don't stay open as long as it used to. And that edge gets a little longer than what it used to look to capture it. So just, grasping the whole speed of the game and getting a great feel for how it all operates at this level has really been where he's made the major strides week after week after week as we've, gotten through this, taking the runs that are there, not trying to, create things and understanding that it's a game of inches in college football, and sometimes you got to take that inch and be satisfied with it and line up and do it again. So just that type of mindset and mentality.
Larry, got to ask you about the basketball team.
Yeah.
Ranked 15th.
Yeah.
There's some kind of online polls that have them top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen any of those games or heard about it?
No, I've heard about it. I'm a basketball fan. I love basketball, and that's why I'm tight ends coach. I recruit basketball players. I love basketball. I've always been a big fan. My kids are big fans, and we love the sport, and we love what we're doing. Coach L does a magnificent job of coaching, man. You got to admire the job that he does and how he handles the players and how he handles himself, and he's demanding. I love that part about him, and this is an exciting, from everything you're hearing and everything. This is an exciting bunch to watch play. Looks like they got a little bit of what it takes to togetherness and all those things that are going to make them special. So it'll be fun to watch them this year. It'll be a lot of fun.
You might get out to a few games.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That is the plan. My son won't not allow me to. He'll drive me crazy till I get him out to a few games.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.